Yes, Alderwoman Hess.
Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to extend the meeting to 9:30 to complete.
We would like, there's a motion on the floor to extend the meeting 5 more minutes to 9:30. It's 9:25, 5 more minutes, because we still have the chief report, and then we'll get to the administrative.
I second.
Moved in second. Any questions? Been moved in second that we add 5 more minutes to the meeting to 9:30, and may we have a roll call vote, please?
Alderwoman Smith?
Yes.
Alderwoman Gale?
Yes.
Alderwoman Holman Ward?
Yes.
President Thomas?
Yes.
Alderwoman Von Surgent?
Yes.
Alderwoman Warren is?
Yes.
Alderwoman Hester?
Yes. Thank you, George. We'll go to 9:30. Chief, you have a report?
Yeah, I'll keep it simple, ma'am. Usually I talk about this at Town Hall. I compare previous 12 months to the prior 12 months of that to see how we've been looking at crime-wise. Overall, the last 12 months, crime overall has gone down 12%. That's great news. We've seen anything, we're talking about homicide, rape, robbery, assault, burglary, larceny, and motor vehicle theft. Some of those dropped anywhere between 19 and 83%. However, we did have our motor vehicle problem, which went up 44%. I have 2/3 of the staff, and I have 2/3 of actually work staff. The years of experience I have now per officer averages out to 10 to 15 years, whereas before it was like 5. Because of all the turnover. We are extremely lucky to have the employees that we have. They've been doing a great job. Our calls for service have gone up 10%. That's 27,000 calls a year, up to 30,000 calls a year. Just a reminder, and we did this like I think 10 years ago, we moved our National Night Out from the first Tuesday in October to the second Tuesday because first Tuesday was too hot. A lot of older people had a problem getting out there, and we wanted participation. We moved it to the second Tuesday, so this upcoming Tuesday is National Night Out from 6 to 8. If you want to participate, if you have a block party, if you need a street closed, call up City Hall, talk to the receptionist, name, address, and if you need barricades. And we will gladly accommodate you. I and officials, police department, fire department will be coming around to visit y'all. And as of this upcoming Thursday, I will be retiring from the police department. This is my 25th year here. I've made so many friends, and this was probably one of the most difficult decisions I've ever had to make. Because when you work with friends, and so many of them, it's hard to make a change like what I'm making right now. But it's something that is in my best interest, and I have to look out for myself too. And I'm not leaving the city high and dry. There's a structured plan in place to install a new chief. This place deserves the best that you can get, because you do deserve that. That plan's in place. I've offered to consult the mayor, not cost the city anything, but I'm leaving with a lot of knowledge up here. That knowledge is not on paper, it's not in a database anywhere. But I'm happy to help out wherever I can, especially over the next few months, make this transition smooth and make it viable. And that's who's supposed to win. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Give them a raise.
Now we're down to number 11, administrative pay for employee discussion. And the motion was made and passed that we spend 15 minutes discussing and then go for the vote.
Excuse me.
Yes, Alderman Thomas is excusing himself because it will be a conflict of interest for him to vote on the matter. So it is now open for discussion about the resolution of the City of Bellefontaine Neighbors to authorize one-time payment. May I have a motion to start the discussion, please?
I'd like to make a motion to discuss the pay for administrative pay for the employees.
May I have a second, please?
I second.
Been moved in second. Any questions? Make a roll call vote.
Alderwoman Heskey.
Yes.
This was a discussion.
Yeah, we're voting to discuss, and then we'll start.
Alderwoman Moynihan? Yes. Alderwoman Butler? Yes. Alderwoman Ward? Yes. Alderwoman Deal? Yes. Alderwoman Smith?
Yes. Okay, open for discussion.
Okay, the attorney put in here, and we didn't vote on it, which I think we should vote on it. She put it in here without a vote. It was based on an email that one person put in. Which shall not include an employee on probationary period for a promotion. And that was not voted on.
Woman, the original resolution is actually before you.
That's
Not the one that Alderwoman Hester requested.
This is it.
Yeah, it's okay.
This wasn't in here. That's what it says, which shall not include any employee on a probationary period for a promotion. That wasn't in the first.
Right, you said you had two other ones previously. You said you had two.
Yeah,
I'm
there-
looking at. Which one is it? That was not the first.
No. The one that was originally sent out is the one that should be before you.
And that's what, this is not what I'm reading.
Are you reading from the agenda? It says,
I'm reading in my packet.
oh, good.
No.
Right here.
I'm reading the actual section number 3.
No, number 11 on.
Number 11 on the, I'm a little confused.
Of the okay,
No, she's not
the
reading.
resolution,
Maybe did I attach the wrong resolution?
okay, of the resolution, there are sections 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In section number 3,
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what it reads on mine too.
okay, shall not include any employee on probationary period for promotion. That was,
That's correct.
yeah.
What?
That was not the first one.
I agree with you, that was not, it should be the original one.
Okay,
That's not the one we have.
That's not what we have. Okay, that's all.
She attached the wrong one.
Yeah, that's all.
So it's the original.
It's the original one. The original one is
The one that's on the.
yeah. In number, right, section 3, it has for all active regular scheduled weekly routines. Okay. The board hereby authorizes municipal administrative pay as follows. For all active full-time employees of the city who work 32 to 40 hours per week and have completed their regular probation period time at the time of this resolution is passed, the board authorizes a one-time sum of $3,000 of municipal administrative pay. That's tax. For all regular scheduled weekly part-time employees of the city who work an average of 20 hours a week or more have completed their required probationary period at the time of this resolution is passed, the board authorizes a one-time lump sum of $1,000 of municipal administrative pay. That's tax. For all active, for all active, regularly scheduled, part-time employees of the city who work 20 hours a week, who work less than 20 hours a week, who have completed their regular probationary period at the time of this resolution is passed, the board authorizes a one-time lump sum of $750 of the municipal administrative assistant pay. That's tax. Temporary and seasonal employees are not eligible for the municipal administrative pay.
is not regular, the language is their required probationary period. It never said regular, it said their required probationary period. Is that the one you have?
Maybe I'm reading it. Okay, here it goes. The board hereby authorizes, yeah, it does, it says assistant as follows. Completed the required probationary period at the time this resolution was passed.
That's the right one.
This is an original.
No, not this in our package.
No, this is the one that Alderwoman Hester proposed. Their new hire, the one that has the language regarding new hire.
Okay, and then the one on the front, what is the one that's on the front of it?
That's the intro, right, that's the intro.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yep. Yep, Alderwoman Hester. Okay, we're discussing it, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So, that is correct. This is the one that I sent out after the original was sent out. I noticed that it was broad in terms of probationary period. And so, to make sure that we don't leave anyone out that's been with the city for 10, 12 years and moving from part-time to full-time, we want to recognize those people, those folks, whoever they are, in their new position from going to part-time to full-time. So this right here, the section 3 basically says, I don't know if anyone has a copy, but I'll read it real quick. The board hereby authorizes municipal administrative pay as follows. For all active full-time employees of the city who work 32 to 40 hours per week and have completed their required new hire probationary period, which shall not include any employee on a probationary period of promotion at the time of this resolution is passed. The board authorizes the one-time sum of $3,000 of municipal administrative assistance pay less taxes for all active regularly scheduled weekly part-time employees of the city who work an average of 20 hours a week or more and have completed their required new hire probationary period, which shall not include any employee on a probationary period for promotion at the time of this resolution is passed. The board authorizes the one-time sum of $1,000 of a municipal administrative assistant pay less taxes for all active regularly scheduled weekly part-time employees of the city who work less than 20 hours a week and who have completed their required probationary period at the time of this resolution is passed. The board authorizes one-time payment of $750 of municipal administrative pay less taxes. Temporary and seasonal employees are not eligible for municipal administrative pay assistant pay. And I added that new hire probationary period so that we don't get confused when we're talking about promotions, right? So we don't get confused when we're talking about promotions and recognizing someone that's been with a city or with a company or whatever within that company for 10, 12 years. So if you move from part-time to full-time, that does not make you a new employee, right? That just means you moved within the company. Okay, so we want to recognize that that person is no longer, again, part-time, but they're full-time, but they also have time in the company. So my thought is Again, if they're part-time, this is the pay, full-time, this is the pay, and then less than 20 hours, there's the pay.
Okay,
I'm done.
I think I took up all the minutes on that.
oh, that's okay, we had 13 minutes. So, any other questions? No other questions? Okay, so, is it everybody clear on what resolution we're voting?
We're voting on if we want to add that to it, because we never did. We didn't add.
Well, the motion that we made
Oh,
earlier
okay.
was to discuss and then to vote on. 15-minute discussion and then to vote on. That motion passed.
Okay,
I wasn't gonna say anything, but I'll go ahead and say something, but I'm all out.
No.
So section 3 is still not correct. When you go to the bottom where it says about the last 20 hours a week and who have completed their regular probationary period at the time of this resolution is passed, it is missing the part that says the same thing with a person who receives $3,000 and $1,000. What about those people who are where it says and who have completed their required new higher probationary period?
which
That's
one are
not
we looking
listed.
at? Which one are-
This is the one that's attached to your package. It's still missing the verbiage of probation, promotion, probationary period. All three of those lines are not identical. So the 3,000 would receive it, the 1,000 would receive it, but the person who's $750 who may have a new higher probationary period, the verbiage is not there. So that's the one that's in the package. The one that Semi just provided.
Right, which is. that's
Right,
the
so
one
if we're voting on this one?
No, we're voting on the one.
Or we're voting on the original one?
We're voting on the original if you
Okay.
want to add the probationary.
Right, but I was just reading it to point out that part is missing. So if this was the part that you were looking at and voting on, it's still not correct. If that makes sense. Does that make sense? Did I lose anybody? Okay. So if the point that I'm making is if you're gonna give it to someone that's receiving 3,000, 1,000, and if I'm the person that's receiving 750, I'm going to city.
Alderwoman Smith, if that's what this board decides it wants, we can make that consistent. If that's what the board decides it wants.
Right, but I was just pointing out it's not consistent at
Right,
this time.
we're not voting on that one, though. You all are voting on whether or not you want to accept that language.
Okay, got it.
I thought we were voting on the first one.
That's, yeah,
Oh, okay.
exactly.
Okay.
And whether or not you want to add the language that Alderwoman Hester has proposed.
Okay, we have 5 minutes. So the vote is, the motion on, I'm getting ready to put on the floor, is to accept this resolution, adding the verbiage that Alderwoman Hester has provided. We got one person missing, so we're gonna wait.
She has this. Here she comes. Yeah, here she
I
comes.
know.
Here she comes.
Here she comes. So again, the vote is for to add the verbiage that was inserted by Alderwoman Hester. Alderwoman, Carmen Ward, I'm putting forth the motion that the resolution be adopted as it is, adding the verbiage that Alderwoman Hester provided. That's the motion that's on the floor. So may I have a motion that the resolution be passed with the verbiage added that Alderwoman Hester has inserted?
What's the second?
I'd like to make a
No.
motion.
Oh, okay.
I'd like to make a motion to accept the resolution, adding resolution for administrative pay, municipal administrative pay, adding in, do I just say it or just say my name?
The verbiage.
The verbiage that myself, Alderwoman Hester, added in, which says, and it be consistent in terms of each amount, each three amounts in the wording, that
You need to read it. I have to
I'm
read
a,
it.
that, yeah, that their required new hire probationary period, which does not include any employee on a probationary period for promotion at the time of resolution is passed.
Okay, that is the motion. May I have a second, please?
I second.
Okay, moved and second. Any more discussion, please?
I just have a question.
Yes, Alderwoman.
I understand, what you're saying, but my question is, the person who was promoted, they did do the years, but they didn't do the man hours that the full-time employees did. So how is that fair to the employees that put in the 8 hours, man hours, all those years, and then somebody come up and, although they were there 12 years, but they haven't put in those man hours? I can't see that. I'm sorry, that's just, that's my question. That's just my question.
Alderwoman Hester?
So, really with this pay, nothing is being fair, right? Because, we missed the deadline to pay this money out from what it should have been ARPA pay, but it's not, right? So it's not gonna be fair in terms of that. But then when you talk about adding it from, somebody doing the man hours as a full-time person because they were part-time, I think they did do the man hours. They've been with the city 12 years or 11 years or 7 years. I think they've already proven themselves to be worthy of whether they were part-time or full-time. They're full-time. And they were here, I mean, if we're talking about going years, and I know we're not talking about COVID pay, but they were definitely here during COVID, but that's not included, so, but.
Alderwoman Bell?
These funds are actually coming from the ARPA pay, and I can't see somebody working 40 hours for 12 years, and then somebody working 2 hours, 3 hours, we don't know, part-time and get the same amount of money. It's just trying to be fair, that's all. Because that specific employee or employees, instead of not giving them anything, they're going to still receive what the part-timers receive. That's it. So, I'm done with the motion on the floor.
The motion is on the floor, so are we through discussing that? Okay, okay, so let's go for the vote. And, we're voting on accepting this resolution. I want to make sure I got it right. We're voting on this resolution, adding in and adopting the verbiage that Alderwoman Hester inserted. So that's the vote. May I have a roll call vote, please?
Alderwoman Smith? No. Alderwoman Dale? No. Alderwoman Herman Ward? No. Alderwoman Van Surgeon? Yes. Alderwoman Warren? Yes. Alderwoman Hester?
Yes.
We have a tie, and I vote yes. Oh, it is now 9:30. Now 9:30. I would like to put forth the motion to adjourn. Second. I mean, you know what I'm saying. I know. Hey, I'm ready to go. I would like to add to a motion.
Yes, I would like to make a motion to adjourn today's meeting, October 5th, 2023 at 9:30 p.m.
Can I have a second, please?
Second.
Move in second. All in favor?
Aye.
All in favor? You guys are talking. All in favor?
Aye.
Have a good night.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Call me Well, we can see. We can see. No, you're
Thank you.
before, they would still use You just can't unplug. Yeah, I'll still be around. Hey, how you doing? Good, dude. I'm all humping around. I still imagine you with the bag. We're in United. Just on your job. All right. What are you doing?